Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Blaze Inferno. If you're new to the show, hello, and thanks for coming by. And if you're a returning listener, welcome back. We got a good one here for you today. I always got to say that. We're recording this podcast today on August 1st, so a day before it dropped. Once again, it's been a pretty crazy week, but we had episode 10 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast, and I have one co-host with me today. It's similar to last week's episode. It's just me and him, but we got a lot to talk about, man. So ENFERNAL, shout out your socials. Let the listeners know what's up.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's ENFERNAL, creator of the Couch Combat YouTube channel. We just hit 100 subs on there, so thank you to everybody who has subscribed so far. And if you haven't, go over to YouTube, search up Couch Combat, and hit that sub button. Turn those notifications on. Also, follow me at Twitter at Couch Combat, as well as my Twitch stream, ENIGHT117, where I'll do some stream videos from time to time. And yeah, the weather is 71 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy, the chance of rain later today, like a 91% chance. So it's gonna be a little humid.
Yes, sir. That's the daily weather for today, and I'm just gonna shout my stuff out because I got a lot. Follow me at twitch.tv/BlazeDexInferno. As of this podcast, as of recording it right now at 11:35 a.m., we are 2 followers away from hitting affiliate. So if you have not followed me on Twitch yet, please do so. We got some big plans. I was up last night working on some things. We about to get things shifted in a whole nother level once I hit affiliate. So 2 more followers for that. Follow me on Twitter. That's all my updates for the podcast, what I'm doing on YouTube, what I'm doing on Twitch, all of that. Follow me at Blaze Inferno, no X in the middle. Because the one with the X in the middle is on old Twitter I can't get into. So don't follow that one. And then follow me on YouTube. I said on the last podcast I had something planned. If you've been paying attention to my Twitter, this week has been a very unfortunate ass week. I just had a lot of shit going on, and then Friday, some dumbass done hit my parked car, so I'm dealing with that, and it's just a lot. But we in high hopes, things are moving with the Twitch and everything, and we're finally at episode 10, which is a milestone on its own, man. We finally made to episode 10. Thanks to all you guys that have been tuning in, watching every week, interacting with me on Twitch, let me know y'all enjoy the podcast, all that. I was just talking to ENIGHT before we started the podcast, and we were thinking of ways to engage more with the community. We're gonna be setting up certain things with that coming soon. Probably a Discord is in the works. Just something where, everybody can drop in and you guys can just, we can all talk amongst each other instead of it just you guys listening to us and maybe commenting on the video version of the podcast. There's more outlet and more ways for you guys to engage with the community, and we can all help each other out with our goals online and offline, depending on what you're doing. But this is episode 10, the Infernal Gaming Podcast. You can catch it on YouTube, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. If you're watching the YouTube version, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Engage with it a little bit. Let us know if you're liking it. Let us know what we need to talk about. Maybe give us a topic for the next podcast. But
just tell us what you think about what we've talked about during each episode. It's an open conversation. I know it's just 2 dudes going back and forth in the podcast, but you guys are welcome to talk about it, and we can always address it in the comments or in the next podcast.
Yes, sir. So a lot has happened. Not a lot has happened gaming wise this week.
The fuck you mean?
One big thing happened.
Yes.
I'm gonna let Eknight go the fuck in about.
Yeah, no, not yet, dude.
I
Not
know.
yet.
We gotta get
Gotta
through
talk
these
about
news articles.
talk about these pizza articles and shit.
That's right.
But yeah,
So I got two.
Blaze, my man Blaze is salty as fuck. But yeah,
Yeah, I just to let you guys know, I did not get invited to the Halo Infinite flight, but E-Night17 was lucky enough on his birthday.
yeah.
All right.
I've been having a blast, bro. But let's get
But
into
let's get into these news articles, right? So I got two for you guys today, and then we got the main topics and all that. So the first article I got for you it's just funny. Because one thing about me is I like pizza. I love pizza. I think pizza is a good ass food. But I got an article from Nintendo Wire where they talk about a man beat Dark Souls with a homemade pizza controller. I might have to leave this in the comment section of the video version on YouTube, because you just got to see how this controller looks. It's just slices of Pizza Hut pizza with cords connected to them, and he made a fucking controller out of it, and he beat Dark Souls with it. Like, it just, to me, that's insane. I think it's funny as hell.
Beat the whole game on pizza. His hands are greasy.
I think
you meaning the sweat.
I think he did it the input was PS4, but he did say, he put a tweet out saying that it does work on PS5, and he gave it a name. It's called the Pizza Sense controller. So I think it's hella funny, man. I think it's hella funny. It's a very short article. I think I'm gonna link it in the video version of the podcast just so you guys can just see just how insane this shit looks, man. It's insane. It's fucking. He beat Dark Souls, which is impressive because the game Dark Souls is hard as shit. So I thought that was pretty goddamn impressive. But
I thought it was a basically homeless video, because that dude does a lot of like improvised controller.
Yeah, on
schematics.
YouTube. Yup.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna put his name out there. Super Lewis 64. You probably seen him on YouTube. I've never heard of this man, but I'm definitely gonna be checking out on him now, man, because it's like, he beat Dark Souls with fucking pizza, man. Like,
that's no easy feat, bro.
I can't even beat Dark Souls with a fucking controller and some assistance from my man Mike, who is in love with Dark Souls. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, yeah. Mike's assistance is equivalently get good.
But moving on, because there's really not too much to talk about with that one. I just wanted to open up with that. So if you guys have been paying attention, Black Widow came out, what was it, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago? It dropped in theaters. And then the same day, I guess it came out on Disney Plus, which is their streaming service. I think it's like $6 a month or whatever. Mm-hmm. You can watch all their movies and shit. Scarlett Johansson sues Disney over Black Widow streaming release. So apparently they breached her Marvel contract by offering the film on Disney Plus, and it impacted her box office salary. So I guess she was supposed to get a bonus on top of, she got paid for the film, of course, but then she's supposed to get a bonus on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney done fucked her out of that, and she's suing them for $50 million.
How much was she getting paid originally? Just for
I
don't have the specifics on that.
I'm gonna look that up.
I'm assuming it's a lot because ScarJo's effectively a part of the MCU.
Hell yeah.
Her character died. Spoiler alert.
Hell yeah.
Infinity
War. Was that?
Like,
was that Infinity War? Or was that?
Yeah, it was Infinity War.
Endgame. Okay.
She dies in Endgame, but like Infinity War is 2 parts. So.
Scarlett Johansson make for Black Widow. How much did she make? She's been paid $20 million for Black Widow already. So she
shut the fuck up.
With the ability to make more. So she was probably gonna make overall probably like 60, maybe 70,000. Okay. Let me see what the box office numbers were.
Probably low because of
Black
COVID
Widow
and the fact that they put it on Disney Plus and people don't like leaving their houses that much.
It grossed 158 million at the box office and earned another 60 million at-home purchases from the movie being on Disney Plus.
That's
So,
why
yeah,
she's suing them.
yeah.
You
She
still
got
have to
fucked.
pay for it. It doesn't just come for free.
Yeah, not yet. I think next month it's free.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch Black Widow for free,
and it's like a 2-hour long movie. Yeah. That's why she's suing, because they made bank off of Disney Plus.
Yeah.
If they didn't make shit off Disney Plus, like if they made $1 million on Disney Plus, that she wouldn't be suing them.
I didn't see the movie. I plan to. I got a lot of movies I got to catch up with because I feel like we did say in the beginning of this podcast when we started this, it was going to be all around tech. So we were going to talk about movies, music, games. There's just been games. I got to catch up on movies and shit. I haven't watched a lot of shit like Star Wars Bad Batch. I haven't watched yet. Mandalorian I didn't watch yet. I still haven't watched the Resident Evil Infinite Darkness or whatever. I haven't watched that, and I'm ashamed because I'm a super Resident Evil fan, but I'm gonna make some time for that coming soon. But
so honestly, dude, this is just rich people fighting.
Yeah, but
I personally don't care because it's like, oh, you gotta pay 20 million, and she wants 50 million because she wants a percentage of the Disney Plus. But it doesn't. I mean, like, if I could see the actual contract and understand it, I'm pretty sure that this is like a loophole. And even if she takes him to court, I don't think she's gonna win because I think it's technically a loophole because it might, unless there's something in the contract that specifically says it needs to be shown only in theaters. She's not gonna win this, and like, as much as I want to see Disney lose a fucking $50 million lawsuit, the reality is I don't think she's gonna win it. Mainly because this is like a loophole. Because they did this with Mulan movies. She had plenty of advanced warning that they might do this with her movie. So, like, as an advanced warning, meaning like they've done it before with other movies that they released in theaters.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just searching for right now. So after that came out, Emma Stone is reportedly considering suing Disney following the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit. And I think that was for that movie Cruella, which I heard was like really good. And I heard she also probably maybe got fucked out of some money because of it releasing on Disney Plus.
It's possible, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, like,
I don't want to politic too much.
ScarJo can bite the hand that feeds her because she's definitely got money to burn, considering how successful Avengers and Marvel MCU has been.
Yeah.
But like Emma Stone, I don't know if she's as wealthy as ScarJo to throw money around like that.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
To get like blacklisted by Disney or some shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, if she's joining in on the lawsuit thinking she's gonna win, I think she's betting on the wrong dog. Because at the end of the day, I don't think this is like a oh man, fight the mouse type of lawsuit. It's this should have been my money type of shit, you know.
Yeah, and I don't want to politic about this too much because, you know, it can get deeper than that. You know what I mean? It can definitely get deeper in the sense that, you know, these are two women actors that are, you know, trying to get what they, I guess, feel they are rightly deserved. So it's like you can bring that, you know, political fiasco into the conversation.
That type of politics is really apparent here. This seems like Disney found a loophole in both their contracts involving the box office thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning more towards. It
seems like just more of corporate greed and being able to get around shit and paying people more money. So like she's estimated to get 50 million, but she only got probably like $500,000. And that's why she's suing for 50 million, because they made 60 million. She probably had like a huge chunk because she's like an S-list actor or whatever you want to call it, A-list. So yeah, no, this is just greed greed all around. This is rich person wants more money. This is corporation wants more money. So, in my opinion, everybody sucks in this article. Like ScarJo doesn't seem like she's fighting for anything other than a paycheck.
Yeah.
And like I can confidently say that like if she talked to her lawyers and got that contract changed, it's not like the writing wasn't on the wall. We had Mulan, you said Cruella, probably a bunch of other movies that have come out on Disney Plus that you had to pay for.
Yeah.
That go free like literally the next month.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like she could have predicted this might happen, especially with COVID. Like if COVID wasn't a thing, I think she would have made a pretty chunk of change. But, you know, even though things are getting back to normal with COVID, some people are still just like, I'd rather just be at home and watch this and then go out.
Yeah, definitely. But sorry about that. We'll update you with the story as it goes on, obviously, on the next podcast and thereon. But just wanted to put that out there because it's been kind of slow gaming news wise, even though the flight came out and all that. And the other main topic for this podcast that we're going to talk about, because that's a really big deal. I don't know if you want to do that now and then go on your infinite rant.
Yeah, let's do it now. I mean, these are the only two articles we're talking about, and then the other one's kind of a bummer. So like this is going to be the high point. I'd rather talk about this before we talk about that other one.
Oh, so you want to talk about the Activision thing now?
No. Reverse that.
So you talk about all right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna mute my mic. Say that. Nah, man, because I got some questions for you, man.
All right, yeah, let's start off with that because I'm just gonna. I have like ADD, so I'm gonna go all over the place and start rambling. So you need to lead me on. What do you want to know as far as the test flight?
Man, how the fuck was it, man? Like shit.
It's not over. I'm still playing it.
How the fuck was it, man? Like
it's
shit.
Great. I love it. I love it.
Oh,
I love it a lot. It's honestly like. Okay, so I don't know. Like you can't tell me how it was, like because it's like you can't ask me how it was because there's a lot of things that have changed and there's a lot of things that they've improved and done stuff. There's also technical issues because it is a tech alpha thing, like test. It's not really like final product. So people giving their reviews and thoughts on it, I'm like, we've only had like 2% of the maps. Maybe like 25% of access to the weapons. Customization is severely limited, and like there are bugs out the ass, obviously.
All right. Well,
if we're talking like ask what
to go back to what we said on episode 5 of the podcast. From what you've played, do you believe that this may be a return to form?
It's definitely not a return to form. It is an evolution. So my main issue with the newer Halos like 4 and 5 was the fact that 4 introduced Call of Duty perks and loadouts. It also introduced sprint that made you run really fucking fast, kind of like nerfing vehicles in a way, where you could get into a giant robot like the Manus and ground pound and slam and all that shit, but all it took was one dude to distract you and another dude to just jump on you and you were done. Like sprinting was just you were out, you were gone, like you were fast. The thing with Halo 5 is the Spartan ability movements with the ground pound, the thruster pack shit. I didn't like it mainly because it seemed like it was easier to like dodge damage and like if you jump into a situation that you can't handle, you have a quick and easy exit strategy. Yeah. So like it also sped up how the gameplay is. There was also like a weird ADS type thing in Halo 5's multiplayer. And I'm not even going to go into the rec packs, but like the movement system in Halo 5 was like you had sprinting, you had clambering, you had sliding, but the sliding didn't really. It can't compare to Halo Infinite sliding, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mainly because the sliding, like in Halo 5, seems like you slide and then you stop. And in Halo Infinite, you slide and you can jump, chain a jump into it after and keep the momentum that you have. So you're still flying down the map. Also, sliding is momentum based here. So like you slide down a ramp or something, you're gonna build up a little bit more speed, right? So it's kind of similar to Apex in that way, but you're not going like 800 miles an hour like you do in Apex. So it's like a nice middle ground between momentum based movement and like just inherent Spartan ability movement.
Okay.
That makes sense. So like you can sprint, but you're not running that fast, right? You're running maybe like 2% faster than the regular full run. You also can only slide if you run into a sprint. So you can basically run, jump, keep that momentum, then land and slide. You just hold the crouch button, you slide into, well, you just basically land into a slide, and then you can jump again, you build momentum. Your air control is a lot more controllable. You're less likely to get bumped midair and just go, oh no, now I'm going in this direction, because you can kind of control it better. Like it's hard to explain without you playing the game, but it just feels good. Movement feels good in Halo Infinite, is what I should say. Yeah. And it's basically what we should have gotten when Reach came out instead of the armor abilities. They should have stuck with equipment, because equipment has pickups, and they're no longer just like single use pickups. They're munition based, so like you can have like 2 or 3 in there.
Okay.
So like you can pick up the grapple shot. You start off with 3. You pick up 3 more. It builds up to like 6. I don't know what the maximum is because I haven't lived long enough to like not use grapple shot like twice over. So because it's a lot of fun to use.
How does it work? Like tell us a little bit of the mechanics you've Let us know some of the situations where you use the grapple shot, like how viable it is.
On the map Recharge, which is the second map we got in technical test, it's basically a huge interior map. You know, it's all closed off, like you're in a building. But there's platforms around, but the center is open. There's also that, if you remember the multiplayer trailer, you know, when the dude gets the energy sword but throwing plasma there, that's that map. So there's that little round corner map. Over there, the energy sword doesn't spawn there during the technical test beta, but the gravity hammer does. And the grapple shot spawns on the other side of the map. So mainly the players spawn on this side. You get the grapple shot, make your way over to get the gravity hammer, which you can pick up with the grapple shot. So like if you're within range, you'll have this little yellow icon that pops up that'll tell you can grapple shot whatever you're looking at.
Yeah. You
grapple shot it, it automatically equips it, drops whatever gun you have. If you have 2 guns, if you don't have 2 guns, you just pick it up. You can chain a gravity hammer slam with a grapple shot. So you grapple shot, build up momentum. As soon as you hit the button, it breaks the chain, and then you basically have to time the swing, time your momentum and swing, which is usually not that hard to do, because I did it like my first try and got a double kill. And basically you hit with the gravity hammer as soon as you're landing. I
seen that on your Twitter. I think it was.
Yeah. You know, I dropped a video called Grav Slam or Grapple Shots and Grav Slams. It's showcased in there if you want to watch it after this. It's fucking.
That's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on Couch Combat. I just dropped a couple of raw gameplay videos so some people can see what it's like.
Okay.
It's solid gameplay. It's
yeah,
almost like seamless.
At first I thought the grapple shot would be kind of like I know when they first showed it off at that one E3 presentation with the Bull Craig and shit.
Yeah, Craig.
And I didn't see, but now since I think about it, I didn't know it was going to be like a grappling hook, kind of like on some Spider-Man shit. so you could like swing. I thought it was like
I think it was bare
you
bones.
just go. I thought it was at first you go to where you point. You literally point it to. So if
Yeah.
I shoot it straight up, I'm going straight up. I can't.
No,
There's no swing to it. Or anything.
there's a little swing to it. It's not like Apex's Pathfinder where you swing around like
yeah, Spider-Man and shit.
It's like in between just pulling you in one direction and being able, like, you can grapple hook around corners. So if you're sprinting and you just turn and you shoot the grapple hook and then you just look away for a bit, it'll moment. It's basically moving on your own momentum. So if you're sprinting and you shoot the grapple hook, whatever direction you're sprinting at versus the direction you shot the grapple hook at is usually what direction you're going to go in. So it'll swing you past what you've actually grapple shotted. You can also just basically just, dude, it's so great for rotating around the map. Like, it's like even the map designs flow so well with the actual gameplay. Like, this is 4v4 Slayer, and I feel like I'm playing on a bigger map, but it doesn't feel like it's weird. It doesn't feel like a huge map, but at the same time, it feels just big enough for sprint, grapple shotting, sliding, clambering, all that. Best part about this entire shit, I'm gonna try and do a video before the fight ends. You can play like Halo 3 without sprinting, clambering, and sliding if you just like don't do those things, and you can still play effectively. You just won't be like you're not gonna get to like the first spawns in the very beginning, but you can still jump around the map. So you know how in Halo 3 and Reach, like you would have, instead we didn't have clambering, so to get over shit we would grenade jump, or we would rocket jump, or we would just do the crouch jump where you pull your legs up. That applies here. There's some of the places that you can go and get up to with clambering, you can just crouch jump and you don't have to like clamber, right? So clambering is more of like, I fucked up this jump, and
you miscalculated a jump. Okay,
but you're still arm's length away. Like it's kind of like, you know, like you could totally, if your arms were available, you could totally climb up here if you were jumping, right?
Yeah,
you can reach it with your arms. It's pretty much how this is. It's not
that's cool.
It's not, and it's not forced too. You can cancel the animation of clambering by just jumping again or crouching. So like, you're not locked into a clamber animation. You could just stop. And that was my main concern, was like, I was going to be locked in this animation I didn't want to be locked into because I accidentally hit the jump button at a wall when I was just trying to jump and peek someone. So this is good. This is good to have because it gives you options on how to play and move around the map. Okay,
so tell us about the new weapons now.
They're fucking awesome. Okay. Everything except for maybe the skewer and
what
the sniper.
That? I just see it's like a shotgun with a fucking blade on it. Like, what is it?
No, okay, so there's two of them. The skewer and the Ravager look similar. The skewer is like a sniper rifle, but it has one shot and it's an anti-vehicle weapon.
Ooh,
you see it in the
is it a UNSC weapon or
no? I believe it's a brute weapon.
It's a banished.
Yeah, it's a banished weapon. It looks like a banished weapon. It's got a fucking knife on it for no reason. It's anti-vehicle, but it's great. I do think that like if you get a melee kill with it, it should just be an insta kill because it's got a huge fucking knife on it. But that's just me. It's you got to treat it like a sniper rifle though, because like it shoots incredibly fast. So you think you're gonna hit someone with it, and it's just like, oh, I just missed by an inch, because even though the projectile is huge, it's still like you gotta actually hit. But it's an instant kill when it hits.
Okay.
But it's a one shot, and the reload animation takes forever. So I noticed a lot of people weren't using it on the live fire map where it spawns. They've been like, they would shoot it and then they would just drop it. Which, by the way, Derek, you can now fucking drop weapons on the ground. So like, if you have the sniper rifle
and you don't want it anymore,
or like if you're out of ammo, it's a quicker option to drop the gun and just it'll auto swap to the other gun you have in your inventory, and then you can just shoot. So my only caveat with that is that I want to drop both weapons so I can just throw hands. because you can throw hands though. Like melee without any weapons is a thing. If you go into the practice range shit, you start off with no weapons. If you just hit melee, you can throw punches. I'm like,
okay.
I want to just do that. Like, is there a way that I can just drop both weapons and just not have one, and then just like, either make it a custom game mode to option to where you can do that, or like just inherently throughout the game? Because I want to go in a match where I just drop my sidekick, drop my AR, and then just start running and punching the shit out of people for no reason other than just to do that.
What's
like,
the sidekick?
The sidekick is the pistol, which is really good. It's really accurate.
So there's no Magnum anymore.
This is gonna replace the Magnum, as far as I know. I know there's like a revolver John we saw in the campaign, but I haven't seen it in the technical test. Maybe because like this is one of many tests. You'll get invited probably to the next couple, maybe towards the end of them. But I'm hoping we get BTB in the next one, because it'll be fucking fun as shit.
Okay.
But the sidekick is like good because it has ADS, but it's like the ADS for the assault rifle. So you just zoom in a little, and you can.
I did see that.
Yeah,
and it shoots really fast too.
It's very fast, low. It's not high powered, but if you get your headshots, it's really good. Like the ODST bots, the only thing they're good at besides throwing grenades like gods is fucking killing you with a sidekick. Headshots only at like Mach speed. Like they fire that shit pinpoint accurate. It's kind of funny. What else?
So is it just bots, or was that just day one?
So they're testing the AI in this flight. So right now it's just going to be bots. They said maybe so we can do some PvP towards the end of the flight. I don't know if it's going to get to that because today's Sunday, unless they're going to enable it. They're going to enable Spartan bots today, which means they're just going to be really hard. But if they enable PvP, it's either going to be towards the end of today or tomorrow morning, because the flight ends Monday 10 a.m. I don't know if that's Pacific or Eastern, but it should end. Never. Should just be up all fucking until launch.
How many maps is it? How did you feel about the maps?
All the maps are great. I love all the maps. So we got Live Fire, which is the UNSC training ground that you saw in many of the trailers. It's like, there's dummies on the map, equipment, power-ups. Yo, this is one of the few games in Halo where if someone has active camo, it is very difficult to notice they're there. Some of the AIs will be able to get the active camo and they use it immediately. And I'm like running over. I'm like, oh man, like I'm running over here. It seems clear. Motherfucker just pops out of nowhere, just like instantly, and you just see him, and he's already like got you locked, and you're just like, oh shit.
It doesn't show up on radar like it did in like Halo Reach.
So like radar, I'm testing it. I think radar only shows people when they're sprinting. I'm not sure.
What?
Yeah, I think you can just do a brisk one. I'm not sure if it's glitch or if I'm just not noticing it, because I'm sound whoring most of the time. Like my sights are on what's around me. I'm barely looking at the radar as it is half the time.
That's crazy.
That's mainly because I played a lot of Siege, so like that's like my advantage. There is a fun glitch where you lose all that sound. It gets all muted and shit when you join a game late, which, by the way, you can join games late now. They'll swap you out for bot, and then someone will replace that bot later on, which I think is nice because it's something Halo needs. You shouldn't get like banned for leaving because you get DC'd or like someone's cheating in a match or some shit.
Yeah.
What else is there? So Live Fire is a great map. It's a good map to get started on. Recharge is one of my favorites because it has the grapple shot. You can zip around. Bazaar is fucking phenomenal. It's the biggest of the two so far, and it has basement where shotgun or heat wave spawns, or it has the rocket launcher on it. It has the grapple shot in the center of the map. The center of the map is just like a little shop area. There's also a secret tunnel at the top left of the map when you spawn in. where the rockets spawn, like behind there's a little tunnel that links to both sides, and it also drops down to the basement. So it's fucking great. Like it's the maps just flow great. Like, you know what I mean? Also, running into chairs and breakable objects as a Spartan and just watching it get eviscerated is just hilarious because you just sprint through them. Like they don't stop you or anything.
Yeah.
So you just break them. They're just getting broken in half. It's great. There's also chickens that run around on the map.
Okay.
And there's little rats that run in the basement area. So it's like, it's good. It feels good. Map flow is great. Map design is great so far.
How's the customization, the Spartan customization?
My favorite part of the I've looked at it. I'm not really too, because I've had so many technical issues with display. From what I understand, it's basically going to be kind of like armor sets rather than mix and match for the most part. Like there's going to be some degree of mixing and matching, but like you're going to have like a samurai armor at some point, but it's going to have variations. And I don't think you can swap out the samurai armor for like Mjolnir armor. Like you have to start with that core, so that'll be like your main theme of your armor, and then you can add some variations to it. From what I'm getting at, and there's color skins like Destiny had the shader system.
Yeah.
This is how they're gonna make their
monetization. Yep.
This is how they're gonna make money, because you can buy the BP. It stays with you forever, according to them. It's still subject to change, but this is what they're saying. They're selling weapon skins in the shop. They're selling challenge swap and XP boosters in the shop, and you can buy tiers. And that's pretty much the extent to it. Most of the shit you can unlock. XP gain for battle pass is challenge based, so it's like Fortnite, not like Apex where you can just grind it out. It's not grind friendly, but at the same time you don't have to worry about it as much, because it's not like you're still gonna have it even a year after you get the battle pass. So that's their justification. Some people are gonna complain about the paying money for challenge swap stuff, and I'm like, it's gonna be free. Battle pass is probably gonna be $10 or $20. Maybe even $30. It might be the most expensive battle pass we have because it's a free game. I don't want to believe it's gonna be like that high. But
even free, like Fortnite, the battle pass is $10. So I don't think. Nah, I think it's gonna be like every other game, $10, and that's it.
You might be right, but like, I got to keep an open mind on this shit.
Yeah, definitely let us know how y'all feel in the comments. How much you guys think?
Oh yeah, if
the battle pass is gonna cost.
There's so many fun bugs in this. Like there's one where the entire team will join, and you know there's that little animation where you start off, it shows everybody off in their armors and shit. And then the camera pulls out, and then you see all four of y'all, and then it zooms in on your face, and you join. There's one where I was playing a match and I recorded it. It's fucking hilarious. We're all doing the hype shit, like dude's throwing some punches, dude's like cracking his knuckles, and then it pulls out, and there's just a bunch of dead bodies in the background, and then it pulls back in, and then you just turn around, they're still there. I think the game, like it started like because of how weird the matchmaking has been. It like probably started the lobby, and then people were kicked out or left, and then whoever it's supposed to replace players with bots on your team.
Yeah.
And then after the bots, after you join the match in progress, it'll replace the bot with the player that joined. So it'll kill whatever bot is playing to make room for the player. So that's probably how those dead bodies got there. That's what I'm thinking.
That makes sense.
So like, there's just been some funny glitches. Like, I've met a ghost Spartan. There's a Spartan with the respawn invincibility permanently on, but like it's a bot, I think, and it was like a 5th team member, but it wasn't moving or doing anything. But you could push him around the map. Like you could still interact with him by meleeing. Yeah. So there was that. There's a bunch of weird hanky glitches, but for the most part, the game runs great. It's not optimized that well for PC, but this is kind of the point of this test. So we're gonna hopefully the next technical test is gonna be better for all PC users. Because the max frames I've been getting have been like 60.
Okay.
And then the lowest I've been getting is like 30, which sucks if you're a PC player, because
Hell yeah.
it's like oh, I just want to run this on uncapped frames, but the game is so unoptimized right now. So what else? Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's a lot more I could talk about. Oh, the AI. Favorite part of customization. Yeah. Personal AIs are my favorite part, mainly because they just commentary over your gameplay. Pyramid's my favorite because he's like a nervous, anxious wreck. He just like the voice acting is on point for most of them, and it's just fucking hilarious of what they say. I'm hoping they add like a Sergeant Johansson AI.
Yeah, me too.
Some other AIs from other games later on. Maybe not at launch, but like later on down the line. Like future games or future battle passes and shit. There's just so much, like you can have prosthetics.
Oh yeah, okay, that's cool.
Right out the gate, you don't have to pay for that. So like you can have like prosthetics, you can have your hand, your forearm and your hand, or your entire arm, your leg. Body shape thing is kind of simple. It's male, female, and then something in between. So it doesn't really matter. I would like Spartan chatter to be customizable as well. To have like, you know how like an ODST you could change your voice, or in Halo Reach Firefight you change your voice.
Yeah.
I want something that can like that in there. That would just add to their monetization shop. You could like buy Buck or Master Chief or something like that. Just add to that. And I kind of want to explore the Spartan Academy, like the actual Spartan Academy, not just the weapon drill thing. But this is an older build of the current game, so like I don't know if that's functional yet, or if it is, if it's shareable yet. One downside to this whole technical test has been the fact that the Halo Infinite campaign has been completely leaked.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can spoil the story for yourself, unfortunately. Someone forgot to lock or remove the campaign files because I feel like this is going to be interlocked. Like campaign progression might progress certain challenges to the multiplayer. So like, yeah, I feel like, you know, someone fucked up at 343. I'm not specifically going to sit here and shit on the devs for that, because it's like the files, yes, are in the technical test that reveal a lot of the game's like spoilers. Joseph Staten came out and confirmed this himself, so it's not like a rumor.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's kind of like The Last of Us, how the whole campaign got leaked.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be having the spoiler dodge for the next 3 months, because it seems like it's coming out in October, November.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
that's earlier than I thought. I was thinking like late November, early December, but damn,
it might still be late November, but we'll see. So the whole campaign, like, you know, file wise, like story beat wise, has been leaked. Like, it's not like someone's showing off cutscenes and shit.
So this is all I want to know. This isn't even spoiler related.
Yeah.
But is it like an open world Halo game, or is it more linear?
I don't know. I don't look at any of this shit. I just know it's spoiled. I'm not trying to spoil the story for myself.
Yeah,
I encourage you not to, because if you're trying to find out that information, you might end up spoiling the whole story for yourself. Like, I clicked on a hidden reply in Twitter, and like it was listing story beats for Halo Infinite, and I was like, nope, and I just like yeeted myself out of there. It sucks that this is a situation that what I would argue is going to be one of the best Halo games in a long time is going to have to deal with. But at the same time, just try and do your best. Don't spread the spoilers, please. Like, I know some people are like, oh, spoilers, no one cares about spoilers. It does ruin the story a bit when you know shit is coming. Does. There's some twists and turns that some people want to see happen.
Got Modern Warfare 3 spoiled for me, like the ending, and it just it just
ruins
didn't
it.
hit.
It
It didn't
ruins.
hit
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
same.
hit
Yeah,
the same. Yeah, it ruins it for you.
I'll never forget that. Like that shit. That shit like killed me, man. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's a damn fucking shame. Yeah, so a lot of the Halo community has been people just commenting on their Twitters, spoilers and shit, so that people are just actively banning them and stuff. It fucking sucks, but like this is I mainly just blame the people who dug through the files and were like, oh, there's spoilers in here, let me share this. Like, you could have done that. You didn't have to do that. Like, that's something you chose to do.
Yeah.
So like, in my like, it's something that's just like, it's a damn shame. Like, we're too far out for it to be like, for most people to avoid these spoilers. But at the
Hell
same time,
yeah.
it's like, just
Shit.
don't be part of the problem. Like, if someone's sharing these spoilers around, just like block them,
Report.
ban them if you're YouTube a content creator, you know, because like, it's not cool. I don't want the story to be spoiled for me. I want to see the story return to form and just be like
Because that's what it seems
true
like it
story.
is.
It seems like it is.
Seems like they just retcon the shit out of Halo 5, Halo 5, and it's just like, you know, we're fuck the reclaimer shit. We're moving forward and we're doing something different.
Yeah, it's the storyline. It's hard to follow, mainly because people are like, oh, well, if you read the books, it makes more sense. I'm like,
isn't it supposed to follow Halo Wars 2? Like, that's what everybody's telling me. That's why I'm playing Halo Wars 2.
Yeah, I literally bought Halo Wars just to find out what the Banish were about. And yeah, it's basically the events after Halo Wars.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep playing Halo Wars.
Yeah, play it. It's you're not like gonna spoil anything.
Yeah, I'm not too far. I'm not too far in.
Halo Wars had a whole sequel bait, but I think they canceled the franchise. I would like for that franchise to get revived again because Halo Wars 2 was fun. But overall, technical test, it's hell of a lot of fun. I'm gonna do a review video, giving my impressions. Hopefully it'll come out on Tuesday. I'm still capping footage. I'm still finding secrets. There's a lot of small little story beats going on in the maps. Like, you can, like,
yeah, that's nice.
The Sergeant Avery Johnson thing is on live fire. Recharge is like a weird map that has some moving objects, so that makes me wonder if other maps are going to have some interactable objects or just objects that move around the map, kind of like Halo 2's train station thing, or like, you know, just things like that.
Bar land where you have the moving fan and shit.
Yeah, something that's not like too active but also passive at the same time.
Yeah.
Bizarre, if you look out in the scenery of the map, you can see them rebuilding the orbital drop tower, or the orbital elevator that falls in Halo 2 and in ODST.
Oh shit.
So they're rebuilding it. New Mombasa looks like it's chill. I'm still looking around for any like hints of the flood in the New Mombasa map, because that's where they get hit with the flood on Halo 3. Yeah. So maybe there's like a flood form, like as like an Easter egg somewhere. I think that'd be pretty cool. But like, for the most part, the map design is great. The whole game technical test is great. I think it's going to be a great game when it comes out. And even if the campaign story isn't that great, the multiplayer is definitely fucking fun.
I can't wait to play it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I would have loved to stream it for everybody. I think I would have.
Like I said, you're signed up. You're signed up. You might get this next flight.
When's the next flight? Do you know?
I'm not sure. It's definitely not going to be next week. They'll probably announce it sometime after they analyze all this data. So I would give them like a week or two.
Okay.
But they're going to be doing this up until launch, just to make sure multiplayer isn't going to be a clusterfuck when it comes out.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were doing. They're testing servers. They're looking for bugs. They had issues that they knew about. There's also issues they didn't know about. So, yeah, it's gonna be good. This is one of the few game devs that have have started being more transparent about what they're doing with their game, and I'm 100% for it. Like, most of the time it's bait and switch, right? So like
Yeah.
Cyberpunk or fucking 76 or Anthem, like they're like, oh, this is what we're gonna do, and you're like, oh, and then you get an image built in your head. And I think to avoid hype training Halo Infinite as like the best Halo and people being utterly disappointed by it or utterly blown away by it, I think just showing the multiplayer in its purest form, which is 4v4 Slayer,
Yeah.
was a good idea on their part, because then
Yeah,
this
just
way
raw and uncut.
it kills any it kills the hype train for the people that are gonna overhype this game.
Yeah, it makes it more realistic.
Yeah, so it's like, oh man, I can see them doing this. It would be awesome if they did this, and even if they didn't, I'm just happy with the product that I have, right? So I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it, but in a good way. That's not gonna, like, you know, I still want my elites in there. I still want my elephants in there, but you know, baby steps, I guess.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Like, that's what's up, because I'm excited. I think the two games I'm excited for this winter season, this new game season, is Halo and Battlefield. Everything else, like, I'm excited for Metroid Dread, but that's just something I'm gonna be playing on the side in between Battlefield and Halo. Like, you know, I'm really excited for Halo because it's been a long time. Back in, I think that was like March, I went and bought an Xbox Series S literally just to play the Master Chief Collection. And, you know, I got Game Pass, so, you know, I got all that other stuff.
I'm telling you, man, there's probably shit that I have yet to describe to you that you'd probably be like hyped for. Like the battle rifle. I forgot to mention the battle rifle, bro.
Man,
you forgot to ask me about the battle rifle, bro. What's wrong with you? That's like your gun. It's OG. Man. It's like it's the OG Halo 3 style. OG Halo 3 style or Halo 2 style battle rifle. The sound it's perfect, man.
I don't mind the Halo 4 battle rifle. I think the Halo 4 battle rifle.
I hated the Halo 4.
I just don't like this. I just don't like the sound of
that's why I hated it. I hated that. I hated the scope on it. It was all boxy and shit. I didn't like it. I didn't like any of it.
Yeah.
I didn't like this. It would sound like a laser gun. I was like, I don't want to silence battle rifles. Battle rifles supposed to sound like a big, beefy burst of bullets. You're supposed to know motherfuckers out here rocking the BR.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited, man.
It takes like,
you know, I've been playing
to the head to kill someone.
I've been playing Halo 4 lately. That's why I hit you with that text last night.
Oh.
Because I think the one thing that Halo 4 does very well is I really like the HUD of when you're playing the campaign, at least. Like you kind of just feel like the Master Chief. Like you see like the corners of his, you know, whole helmet interface and shit.
Yeah.
Like it feels very. It does a very good job of doing that. Another game that I was thinking of that does the same thing as that is Metroid Prime. Like the Metroid Prime games, like when you shoot like up against a wall or like in a room that's not that lit, like you can see Samus's face. Like Metroid Prime did a very good job.
3 was great about that.
Yeah,
because the more infected you got in Metroid Prime 3, you would see the changes in her face when you did a charge shot.
Yeah, yup.
Yeah, that was dope. I love that.
That's why I said that to you last night. I really hope with this
there's a lot of attention to detail in Infinite's multiplayer so far.
Do they have that, like with the HUD, where you can kind of see like the corners of your helmet or anything?
No, but I would imagine the reason is for that is because
there's multiple helmets and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, there's that. I think it might be present in the campaign, but for multiplayer, strictly speaking, it is not present. The HUD is kind of just. I like the way the HUD is. It's semi-transparent. Everything's a light blue texture.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So like. Shields, I like the fact that they changed the shield recharge animation instead of that hexagonal thing we saw in campaign. It's just your whole shield. You actually see the shield rising up to cover you.
When like in Halo 2.
The shields pop. No, I mean, yeah, but it's more a better animation instead of it just being like electrical Z's or whatever those were. It's just like it's like a pulse. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think it happens on the full raw gameplay that I posted on my channel. So if you check it out, you might be able to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
But it's good. It's not too distracting, and it's like it doesn't get in the way of what you're seeing, but you notice that your shields are recharging. The only caveat I have for the HUD is that I think we need something that tells you that cooldowns are ready, because equipment in between, even though it's munition based, you can't just spam it. There's a cooldown in between uses. So like if the drop shield, you throw it on the ground, and then there's like I'm gonna say 5 seconds of cooldown. It's for balancing purposes, because you get
does the grenade still have like that crazy amount of recoil? Like if I throw it really hard at like an angle, it'll jump up. Still have that? Okay, good.
This is why I was saying the bots are really good with grenades.
Oh shit.
You will watch them throw grenades at their feet as you're approaching them. They're literally like, fuck. If they're losing, they're gonna throw grenades at your feet. 9 times out of 10, I got killed was finishing off a bot and him throwing a grenade I didn't even know about and just killing me. They're actually a decent challenge to the fight, so they're like gonna be a good warm up. I hope the Spartan bots that they released today are gonna be taking more advantage of the movement, because so far Marine bots just run and gun and toss nades. ODST bots will jump down and use power weapons and shit, and are apparently just marksmen with the fucking pistol. So I'm hoping the Spartan bots take advantage of the full movement. They also do use the radar system. They're not supposed to. They don't see you through the walls, but they are using their radar. So
that's good. That's
good. It's a good multiplayer experience so far.
Do you think it's the best?
It's the best that I've played. Like, I'm a whole hardcore Halo 3 fanboy.
I know.
And I enjoy this a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my hands on this, because I Halo 3 is like, to me, is like the GOAT when it comes to multiplayer Halo.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to.
It's definitely gonna be hard playing MCC. I can tell you that. After playing Infinite, it's gonna be hard going back.
Yeah, I can't wait till this comes out, man. Hopefully they got a release date for the game soon, so I can actually start building some hype for that, like I've been building for Battlefield and Metroid and all that. But
oh yeah, so I don't know if we're running too long.
Still
want to talk about the Activision shit?
Yeah, let's get this Activision shit out the way, and then we're gonna tie up the podcast. I got one more that I left off the show notes, and it was just to kind of let you guys know that on Tuesday, I think it's this Tuesday, Apex Legends is going to Season 10. So I'll be streaming. Eknight will probably be streaming. We'll be playing some Apex. Trying out Seer, see how he works.
I don't even have enough points to buy Seer, because I've been playing this shit. I've been lacking on everything else. I've just been playing this shit. It's fucking great.
I gotta put some points on my account too. But let's move into this last article we got, man. This one's a little of a drag, man. It's not a drag, but it's like Activision ain't shit. Activision ain't shit. We already know that.
Activision and Blizzard ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly. And before we move on with this article, for all of you that think that you can go and play WoW and just sit in I guess, a hub area and just sit and just keep saying, we hate Activision. That's the wrong way to go about the situation.
No, because you're still paying
the game. You're still playing the fucking game.
You're playing the game. You're paying a subscription to play WoW. So you're still supporting them. Best way to fight against whatever you're protesting about is stop supporting them. That's it. You go on Twitter, you go on your social media with your biggest following, you say, I'm not playing it because of this reason, cancel your subscription. You don't have to delete your character, but you just just cancel your subscription and stop playing. That's it. Go to different games.
Say.
There are plenty of games out there now,
Mhm.
all right, that you can switch. Like if you you might not like ESO, but there's Final Fantasy 14. Like that's
We're not even
a
talking about Final Fantasy 14. Oh my god.
I'm not a fan of tab target games because they're boring to me and I fall asleep.
That's exactly what happened to
But
me.
I have to say that people do enjoy them because they are super popular. Maybe they have more mechanics to them. I mean, you didn't really get past the tutorial, but that tutorial is probably really fucking long.
Oh my god.
Whereas ESO is a more casual, action-based, friendly. It's still got a bit of tab targeting into it, but it's more about your abilities. It's more active, and me and Blaze like active games.
Yeah, I don't like to just click and
a lot of people play MMOs for role-playing aspects and the community aspect, and that's fine too. Like it doesn't matter if the game's overall gameplay is just boring, or at least to us is boring. But that's what I'm saying. If you want to protest WoW, Activision Blizzard, go over to Final Fantasy 14. You're paying the same amount of money for a subscription over there.
Yeah.
Or go play some fucking RuneScape.
Or ESO. Play ESO. I think ESO is the best MMO RPG out there. Like just voiced. Everything is voiced. There's no walls of text. Even though some of the things that is,
there's a lot more customization in WoW and in Final Fantasy 14 than ESO. Yeah. I can definitely say that. ESO is like a nice middle ground between action-based MMOs and tab target MMOs with a big enough community where people will help you, but it's also very casual friendly, and it's definitely rewards hardcore players that want to play harder dungeons. It's got a nice crafting system and everything like that. But if you want to play different shooter because you don't want to play COD Warzone, Halo Infinite, it might be a nice substitute when it comes out. Battlefield for definitely for sure.
Somebody said Splitgate.
Splitgate is a nice little spiritual successor to Halo. It's free to play, so yeah, that's a fun game. But it got boring for me, mainly because it doesn't implement the same mechanics. It's more about portals.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I might stream it one day.
Yeah, it's free. So yeah, give it a shot.
So you probably know why we're saying all this. Activision Blizzard has a lawsuit against them.
I've been saying this before. I stopped playing Warzone mainly because of the cheaters, and now they just added this shit to it.
Yeah, I was on Twitter when I found out about it. I got a streamer had said, I'm not playing Warzone anymore. People were going in on them. I think that's the best way to handle the situation because one, Activision's already douchey as shit anyway. I'm tired of giving Activision my money. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm just tired of it. So it's easy for me, especially me not even liking Warzone like that, to just walk away and play a game like Apex. Play a game like Apex because, all these other Battle Royale games just don't do it for me. But, Activision's got a lawsuit about them. They've been sued by California over widespread harassment of women. This is the Kotaku article, by the way. And it's pretty fucking lengthy, man. It's crazy, dog. Like there's a woman that killed herself. Then there's like all this harassment going on at the workplace. So Bloomberg reports that the suit filed July 20th is a culmination of 2-year investigation into the publisher by the department, which says that Activision Blizzard's compliance with California's broad workplace protections is long overdue. And this article goes into so much shit that you've probably seen videos on, because I've literally seen these same words I'm about to say repeated about 1,000 times. The company's frat boy workplace culture is also mentioned as a breeding ground for harassment and discrimination against women. Some of the examples provided include: in the office, women are subjected to cube crawls in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl, quote unquote, their way through various cubicles in the office and often engage in inappropriate behavior towards female employees. Male employees proudly come into work hungover, play video games for long periods of time during work while they delegate their responsibilities to female employees, engage in banter about their sexual encounters, and talk openly about female bodies and joke about rape. This is mad fucking unacceptable in any workplace. I don't care where the fuck you work at. Even where I work at, like, it's not, no. Nah, that shit's not cool, dog. That shit's not cool, man. I got a saying that I live by is that every son is a son to a daughter. You know what I mean? So just imagine like that's your daughter going to work and you know, she's getting harassed by, you know, it's just inappropriate, man. Like, I don't condone that on my podcast and I don't condone that on my stream. I'm not condoning that shit anywhere, man. Like, don't harass people like that, man. It's fucked up. And there's another one, right? Female employees are subjected to constant sexual harassment, including having to continually fend off unwanted sexual comments and advances by their male co-workers and supervisors, and being groped at these cube crawls and other company events. High-ranking executives and creators engaged in blatant sexual harassment without repercussions. This shit's crazy, man. And then there's a particular tragic example. A female employee committed suicide during a business trip with a male supervisor who are brought butt plugs and lubricant on the trip. That shit's crazy, man. I forget whose video I watched first. I think it was Some Ordinary Gamers on YouTube. Shout out them. And he talked about it, and I was just like, this is like, I can't even believe like there's people that are like defending this shit. Like
there's really no defense for this shit. To be honest, dude, like it's not even just the female employees. There's some male employees that have been reporting since this lawsuit has come out that they have also been the victims of sexual harassment.
Yeah, man.
And repercussions. And also another thing I gotta say, HR ain't on your side no matter what company you're
Exactly. Yup. I say that in my job all the time. HR is for the company, not for you. So don't go to HR with these problems, because HR is the one that's usually condoning these fucking issues.
There's also Activision Blizzard sent out that, you know, more sincere apology after their first botched apology, but they also hired a law firm for union busting. So
what?
Yeah. We have it in the other Discord. If I can find it, it's in the general chat.
Yeah, this shit's like I said, it's mad unacceptable. If you're out here fucking supporting this shit or condoning this shit, like I've heard people say like, oh, you know, you're not guilty until proven guilty. I get that. I do get that. I understand that. However, this shit is a 2-year investigation. You're pretty fucking guilty, dog. You're pretty fucking guilty at this point. And it's mad unacceptable. If you have a sister or a mother, you won't want your mother going. You won't want your sister going to work and this shit is happening to her. You be ready to go in there and probably knock somebody's head off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is mad unacceptable. So it makes sense why these Activision games fucking suck ass, because all they do is fucking drink all goddamn day. It makes perfect sense why we didn't get a new Warzone, man. It just, everything makes sense. And it's like Activision is truly, I think Activision has become a worse company in my eyes than EA. And for a long time, I wasn't even supporting EA. I wasn't buying any games. Huge Star Wars fan. I didn't even buy, what was that, Fallen Order, like day one. I waited. Waited just to earn.
Fallen Order is a solid game.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't trust EA after what they did to Battlefront 2. You heard Rambo.
That's facts.
You know, I just don't fuck with them. And now with this, it's more than just this with Activision. I think Activision follows a lot of shitty practices, and I do believe that Ubisoft is heading down the same path. Like, they just, all of these, like, these business practices that they get involved with, because at the end of the day, I don't want this to be politically charged. I want this to be. Activision sucks ass, dog. Like, they just fucking suck. They charge a lot for their skins, for Warzone and shit. We said it on a podcast. I think it was about 2 or 3 episodes ago. Warzone is basically pay to win. Every meta involves a new gun that you have to do these stupid ass challenges for, that you just end up turning into, you know what, I'm gonna just buy the fucking gun. It's like, it's just, dog, stop supporting these motherfuckers, man. Like,
it's gonna be, it's unfortunate because there's a lot of little kids that play fucking Warzone and they're not even gonna be aware of this shit. So they're still gonna get support from them.
yeah.
They're still gonna get support from stans who refuse to believe the allegations are true, or you know, there's got to be, and this is kind of my thing. It's like proven guilty, or proven you're innocent until you're proven guilty in the court of law system. But there is some merit to when a literal government law form or governmental body, is bringing litigation to charge you with these claims. Like, this is, it's very hard for me not to believe it, because it's like, you know, it's one thing if someone goes, oh, the CEO he molested me or some shit, and after someone gets fired from the company and the dude's like, nah, I didn't do that. You know, it's one thing when it's like a one-on-one he said she said type of situations, but when you have multiple documented situations that are being brought to a litigation in court of law by fucking the state of California, there's going to be some merit to some of those claims.
Yeah,
some of those claims are going to be, there's some merit too.
Plus, like I said, man,
and there's literally the ex-CEO came out and said, like, basically,
they've been doing this shit.
Yeah, they've been doing this shit. And the irony is that they've been doing that shit when that ex-CEO was the head of the fucking company too. Because people came out and said that, like, he didn't do shit when this shit was going on while he was in charge.
Yeah.
So basically all he was doing with that statement was trying to cover his own ass so he doesn't get involved in this lawsuit. Because I don't know how far they're going back with this shit, but it sounds like they're going pretty far back.
I've seen people like bring up videos back when, like, fucking, I forget what game it was, but it had to be like 2009, man. Like,
are they talking about Overwatch?
Yeah, man. It's
yeah, I saw some of those clips where they're talking about, like, oh, can the females be not like Victoria's Secret models?
over sexualized and shit. They're like, well, what do you want them to look like? I was like, these motherfuckers are the worst. Like, listen, I think there's two types of people who just are the worst piece of shits on the planet, and that's motherfuckers that hurt babies and children, and then there's motherfuckers that just harass women, dog. I think those two people in a whole, out of everything, man. If you hurt a child or a kid, like, you ain't got no heart, and it's like the world should just be off with you, man. Like, real shit. You don't even deserve jail. You need to be underneath the jail. And I think with shit like this, it's like, these motherfuckers need to get locked up behind this shit. Because like I said, let that be your mother. Let that be your sister going to work. And all she trying to do is provide for her family or their family. And this is what they get subjected to every day. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't even trying to politically charge this entire conversation. Because
it's not really politics. It's more like just having decency, human decency.
Real shit.
No, you can build a video game and have only sexy women in it, and that's fine. I'm totally fine with that.
If DOA does it.
DOA does it. Yeah, you can have you could literally have Victoria's Secret model first person hero shooter, and everyone's basically almost naked all the time, and sell DLC where they are naked and there's big titty physics and booty physics. I don't care, because it's like, that's the game you want to make, it's the game you want to put out, and people can choose to support that or not. As long as there's not like crazy depictions of like rape or child abuse or some shit like that, that's like where it's like you're not telling a story, it's just there. It's fine. I don't care. Sexualize all the characters you want. I don't care that much. But treat actual human beings with kindness and respect. Like,
shit.
You can have your lingerie models in your video games, and you can treat people with kindness and respect too. Like it's not one or the other. Like it's you can do both. All right.
Like I said, man, like just stop supporting Blizzard. No more Overwatch. None of that shit. Just give it a break a little bit.
No
man.
more
like,
Warhammer or whatever it's called. Is it Warhammer?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever that one remake they did that wasn't really a remake. They just resold the same game and then said any game modes you come up with are ours.
Okay.
No more WoW. No more Call of Duty. Like in general. Period. Because COD has always been kind of like everyone's like it's a great shooter, but then they fuck it up. Like they always fuck it up somehow. Like Modern Warfare remake was great, and then they fucked it up with Warzone. Yeah. Because like even though Warzone's fun to play, they started adding bullshit to it and fucking up the meta and adding guns that you had to pay for, locking out of old guns because you can't get them through the battle pass anymore. So like, dudes, fuck. And the cheating.
Yeah, that's out of pocket.
It's out of pocket. So yeah, no, fuck all those games from both those companies.
And we stand.
Also, fuck Destiny, because
oh shit,
fuck Destiny, because they're not. They were a part of Activision and Blizzard. And I know you're on your Destiny tip right now because you're waiting for that what's it called?
Man, that's tough. That's tough because they were with Activision. They're on their own now. But
I'm a hard I was a hard stand Bungie fan when they were making Halo games, but not no more, bro. Fuck Bungie now because they try to fuck over Marty O'Donnell with his stocks and shit, and they're trying to. They are not the same company that made Halo.
Oh man!
No matter how cool Master Chief memorabilia they have. They are not the same. So Destiny, they fucked up the whole multiplayer with the stasis people. They refuse to fix that shit. They're incredibly egregious about their cash shop. So they're literally just knocking you out of weapons that you had to like do a bunch of raids or challenges for it to get in the very beginning of the game, and they're just not gonna bring them back. Or if they do, you have to re-unlock them, and it's stupid. Just fuck Destiny.
What, in Destiny 2?
Destiny 2, yeah.
Yeah, Destiny 2 is wild. I didn't even get to talk about that, but we'll save that for another podcast because I think they're about to reveal the next expansion soon. So
I don't give a shit, man. It's just a grind fest that you throw money at.
It's crazy, man.
I love Destiny's gameplay.
Just because I didn't play Destiny for the past 4 years or past 3 years, I'm literally locked out of certain guns. Like I'll never be able to get them.
You're locked out of them because they took them away too.
Like Hawk Moon, I can't get Hawk Moon.
Took them right out. Yeah, you can't get Hawk Moon no more. They took it right out of your inventory. If you had these, I know I had a bunch of weapons.
Oh, you're talking about the transfer from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2.
No. I'm talking about Destiny 2. Exotics that you unlocked in base Destiny 2, Osiris. Whatever the other expansion was, the Mars one, there were exotics exclusive to those expansions that you can't get no more, even if you unlocked them, because they took them out of the vault and they were like, nah, we're not.
I have to look into that because I think I still have my shit.
They did it. They definitely did it because I lost all those weapons and I've had a Destiny 2 account since the game launched.
That's crazy.
It's crazy and it's bullshit. And I'm like, all right.
Fuck Activision.
Fuck them all. Fuck all three.
Just fuck Activision. The Infernal Gaming Podcast, we stand with y'all.
Until they come out with a new Call of Duty and Derek's dick riding again.
Yeah, I'll be dick riding. I ain't gonna hold you for like 2 seconds. But I gotta stand on this, man. You know, we support this shit, man. Like sexual harassment in the workplace is a no. You're not doing that. We stand with y'all. We will not be playing any Call of Duty, any of that bullshit over here. Fuck that. And this, like I said, not even to be politically charged. It's just the right thing to do. Don't support these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
I'm close to even telling you not even to support Ubisoft because Ubisoft just shit they've been doing lately. But we'll save that. Say that for another podcast. We're gonna wrap this one up because this one's been pretty pretty long, I think. Been pretty long, I think.
We went pretty. I ranted for a bit in Halo, so yeah.
Yeah, I lost track of time, but this has been episode 10 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast. We literally have there's 10 episodes of this shit, man. I can't believe it. Eknight, what you got to say to the listeners, man? It
I'm
came
gonna
out.
go play Halo Infinite for while I still can. That fuck you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Fuck all that. Fuck Activision. I'll go play Halo Infinite.
And I got to say thank you guys, man, for making it. Yo, he's out. For making it to episode. Yeah. Nah, man. But thanks for coming out to episode 10 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast, man. This is a milestone in itself. 10 episodes in, and we got 100 more to go, man. Like, we're gonna keep going. Make sure you follow me on twitch.tv/BlazeXinferno. I need 2 more followers. So if I can get just 2 of y'all to make an account and follow me, we'll be an affiliate and we can start making things move, man, a little bit better on stream. But this has been episode 10 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast. Remember, you can watch this in the next episode and previous episodes on Spotify, YouTube, and Google Podcasts. This is your host, Inferno, and we are out. Peace, y'all.